Hey, y'all, Alyece Smith here, and welcome to the Socially Ausome podcast, where we empower mompreneurs to implement simple social media strategies into their businesses and elevate their online presence. I'm a mompreneur of 3, an affiliate marketer, a network marketer, an influencer, a social media marketing agency owner, and your personal guru. I am here to give you tips, tricks, and tools that you need to build your social media business. Let's dive in. Hey guys, welcome back to the Socially Ausome channel. Alyece Smith here, and I am so excited to be coming to you today with 6 ways for your brand to join conversations on social media and increase your engagement. So if you are new to following me, then you've never heard this before, but I'm going to tell you the number 1 metric you need to be looking at is your engagement. Followers don't matter if they're not your ideal avatar, if they're not buying what you're selling, right? If they're not commenting, if they're not engaging with you, if they're not having conversations with you, they do no good for you, right? And you're not helping them. It's not all about you and your brand, but if you're not having conversations, you're not helping them. If you're not solving a problem for them, you're not helping them. So how can we use conversations to increase that engagement? So customers always have questions about products, services. You want to give them a place to be heard, right? So you really need to think about what are some ways that you can have that call to action that encourages them to engage with you. So the first would be ask creative questions. I've said it a lot on this platform and on my podcast, but I'll say it again. Social media is all about ego. People love showing off their smarts. They like asking their questions, they like asking questions they really want the answer to, right? Do you do this? Do you do that? But ask your customers what something specifically would help them. So I'll give you an example. If you sell branding packages, like I do, I'm a branding strategist, right? So I do logos and colors and fonts and brand kits and all the things. That's one of the services that Socially Ausome offers. Instead of just saying like, what could a logo do for you? Well, I mean, people would have answers for that, right? Well, it could just make me recognizable. I'd have a logo. I could get a business card. No, be specific. So what could having a style guide with a logo mean to make it easier for your business every day? Ask that engaging question, that detailed question, that creative question. It's going to create conversation. Because if you just ask them what a logo is going to do for them, they're not a branding strategist. They don't know. They just think, oh, I could get a business card or I could put it on my website. If I have a website, right? No. What does having a style guide mean to make it easier for your business every day? Well, it means they could give it to their assistant. Their assistant could start creating branded content. They would know exactly what their content needs to look like each time. They would have a consistency throughout their brand. It's going to help make recognition. There's so many pieces, but you've got to go deeper than that, right? So you can't just ask, do you want this? You need to be creative. So you could post your questions in the old-fashioned ways, like I said, or be creative. So ways that are going to be liked and commented on and shared more than just your text-based posts, right? So the general rule of thumb is that 1 visual should be used for every 75 to 100 words posted. So that means if you ask a question, post it as an image, that will get engagement. That is a text-based post, but you don't need to stick to the images, right? So Facebook Live, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat all allow for quick and simple ways to ask that question in a video post. So that puts your face to your brand, makes you instantly human, humanizes all the things you've been saying, builds that know, like, and trust factor, and it's easier for customers to connect with you on a video post. Okay, so the next thing, talk about current events. It's time for the Super Bowl or the Olympics or the playoffs or something that just happened in the world recently, right? You're allowed to have an opinion on those things. And I'll tell you, staying neutral will keep you neutral. Always. You will not be number one, which, that I'm competitive. So, number one's always a thing. We're always after number 1. But you will not win if you're always neutral. You've got to pick a side so that people know I'm with her or I'm not with her. People that are emotionally intelligent will be okay with you not agreeing with them all the time. Okay, so then you need to look at your audience. Like, are you filling your audience with people that are respectful of different opinions, or are you filling your audience with people that are just going to agree with you and be people pleasers? Either way, that's up to you. Like, you know who your avatar is, but taking an opinion will not only show your audience like this is what she believes in and I love her for it, or it will show them like, hey, I don't align with her. So, and that's okay. That is okay, because then people will go elsewhere and you're not wasting your time and exhausting your efforts on people that don't align with you. So talk about current events. Now, there are some rules of thumb that you might want to avoid, like politics and religion. That's completely up to you. I'm not going to tell you where to go. I do avoid those topics because, not necessarily religion, but politics I do, just because I don't like having those conversations. I am not on the up and up. My husband keeps me informed about what's going on, and we kind of go from there. So I don't get involved in conversations that I am not going to enjoy or have a good input with or be helpful for. Like, I'm here to provide value to my audience. Me talking about politics is not going to be valuable to you at all. But my faith and my religion is forefront in my business. So people know that coming in, that I've partnered with a new health and wellness company that is faith-based, that I am working on my relationship with God every single day, and people are aware of that. And it will either attract them to me or it will deter them. And that's okay. If it deters them, that's totally fine. Like, I'm not here for everyone, right? So you've got to understand that as well. So the next is going to be user-generated content. So ask your audience to contribute their own content to you. Ask them to share with you. Share at the end of every podcast episode, every StreamYard I say, hey, take a picture of me, tag me in your story, share it to your stories. I'll share it with my audience and help you with your growth. Not only am I helping you, but you're helping me. I'm asking you for that user-generated content. I want people to see that you're listening to what I have to say. Running social media contests. So this could be super fun, but if you're encouraging that user-generated content, why the heck not make it a contest, right? You can offer something. It does not have to put you in a bind or something huge that you offer. You can offer a super small incentive, like $25 Amazon gift card. People will run for that Amazon gift card. You think I'm kidding? I would run for an Amazon gift card, and I don't even run. Like, running is not my thing. But I would tell you that you can give something away of value. You can give something away that will help you in your branding and in your, like, for instance, like I said, I'm with a new health and wellness company. This is my favorite product that we have. I could give away a bag of this. That is marketing for me. That's a nice little tax write-off. And also, it is going to help people get my product in their hands. And it's fun. It's a contest, right? So why would you not? Why would you not do that? If you're listening on the podcast and you heard all that rumbling, that was me grabbing my product because I'm ready for a refill. But I will tell you that make it a contest. People are competitive by nature. And if you could even do something that has nothing to do with your brand, that has to do with current events and that people will participate in. Like, I saw a brand that sells shoes, okay, do a pumpkin carving contest around Halloween. That was pretty cool, right? That has nothing to do with shoes, but it got their audience engaged in something that they were already doing anyway. Their audience was already going to carve pumpkins with their kids or for their local trick-or-treating event or whatever. And it gave them an opportunity to engage with doing something they were already doing. So they're more likely to engage because they were already doing it, right? So really take into consideration, these are just some examples, some simple ways to start that conversation with your audience and encourage that conversation with them. Customers will reward you if they feel like you care about them. So really think about, how can I show that I care when you're creating your content? So as always, take a screenshot, wherever you're listening, wherever you're watching, post this in your stories and tag me. I would absolutely love to give you a shout out to my audience. If you're not already in Socially Awesome, make sure to check the show notes below. Socially Awesome Entrepreneurs is my free Facebook community where I give daily tips, tricks, and trainings to help you with your business and social media. And as always, we would absolutely adore you if you left a review. I adore you anyway, but if you left a review, that's the biggest compliment that you can give to this show. It really lets me know what you're getting out of it, what you're enjoying, and it helps other people find the show. So if you are listening on the podcast, please leave us a review. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, drop us a comment. Let us know that you're watching. It really just helps keep the content alive. So until next time, guys, make it simple, make it social, and make it awesome. Thanks, guys. Hey, thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I'm Alyece Smith, your host, and let me tell you how you can get a free social media audit from me. Make sure that your profile is optimized and you're ready to build. Take a screenshot of you listening to this episode, throw it in your stories and tag me. You can find my handle in the show notes. I will share it to my entire audience, and you will be entered to win one of the 5 free audits that I'll be doing every single month. Number 2, if you found any value out of this episode or any of my episodes at all, please feel free to leave a review. It is the best compliment you can give. Lastly, make sure you check out the link to get into my free community, Socially Awesome Entrepreneurs. It's in the show notes. We go live in there weekly with guest trainings and more. Until next time, make it simple, make it social, and make it awesome.